Maestro Gaming presents a wobbly wagon wheel production about a nomad man. That man is the Gypsy King.
Okay, ladies and gents, welcome back to another Maestro Game production, and as you can see from behind me, we are here at the Santa Laura Stadium to play Union Espanola. So, without further ado, I promise you that is not a prison, that is actually a football stadium behind me, but without further ado, I'm going to head on inside, and I'll hopefully see you fan folks for the kickoff in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, it is kickoff time here in our first game of today's episode, and as you can see, it's probably going to be an action-packed game, because they are going for free at the back and free up front. A nice 3-4-3 from them. So, they're going very attacking, and, well, we are going with our normal positive approach. So, we have Dybala in goal, Subiara at left-back, Becerra and Sanhueza in central defence, Torres on the right. Sepulveda is in defensive mid with Riviera and Hernandez in front of him. We then have Lemo on the left, Daniel on the right and Canella up front. Now, the appeal for Gonzalez, that didn't go too well. They said we had no grounds for an appeal, so they upheld the one-match ban. That means our bench consists of Lara, Gutierrez, Rodriguez, Lopez, Bezar, Aguilar comes onto the bench, of course, and then Marino. But without further ado, let's go see what Jorge has to say. So, Mr. Jorge, it would be a good time to remind the team that the pressure is off. I think the pressure isn't really off now, is it? But, do we have a revenge talk? I expect nothing but a win to cut our bad... We owe them! Let's go out... Yeah, passionate revenge. We all love a bit of passionate revenge, as you can see. Always goes down a treat. So, passionate revenge it is, when that's an option in this game. Wouldn't advise it in real life, but passionate revenge in this game is pretty darn good. Diego Lobos, though, of the Puerto Montt Football Messenger, an enthusiastic fellow who is indifferent about us. You need just 1 point to guarantee survival and avoid relegation. Have you picked the right team to get the job done, and are you confident of a result? Now, I'm semi-confident. This is not the game I would expect to pick up said point. And I'm not sure they're very good at maths, to be honest, because Everton has a game in hand over us, I believe. So they can actually get up to 33 points. I'm not sure how this exactly works. But anyways, taking that out of the equation, this is not the game I would expect us to pick points up in. If anything, I would think it'd be against a Huachi Pato would be the team I would expect us to pick the points up against, but of course I would not be upset if we picked them up in this game. But first of all, I pick the team with, every team I pick is the one I think is going to win, otherwise I won't pick them. That's not a very good managerial style if you're going to pick a team that you don't think is going to win. Jose Luis Sierra has been banging in the goals in the first division so far. Do you have a plan to stop him? He's a fine player, but we have fine players too. And our fine players shall put in an amazing performance today. As you see here, we are going to bang a free kick in top corner right now. Upper right bins. Come on, Daniel. Daniel. Oh, that would have been amazing if I called that. As you can see, though, the stadium is rather empty, and I believe the real-life stadium is about 8,000 to 9,000. I think in-game it's currently at 12,000. I don't know if they've had any extensions or stuff added on, but that is the current size of the stadium. Lemo, though, Lemo intercepts the ball and plays it back to Sepulveda. Nice ball over to Daniel, heads it down for Hernandez. Inside with Riviera, Canella, Riviera once more. Nice through ball, Lemo can't get onto it. Oh, nice one! He has won it back. His tenacity gets us off to a flying start. 8th goal of the season, of course, for Lemo. And what a lovely one it was. Unfortunately, the pass didn't go to him. The defender took a touch back, and, well, Lemo was there to pounce. As you can see, just taps it back and intercepts it before the keeper can react. And that is a nice opener for us. But they have a throw-in. 20 minutes in, and they look to be trying to strike back. Sanhueza, though, intercepts it and gives them it straight back. Of course, Rodriguez gives us it straight back again. Guess Rodriguez really likes us today. Torres, though, gives them the ball straight back, and Sierra's just ran in and We're safe by the post. Not the bell, but the post. Lucky for us, there is no bell. Back post, and that had me worried for a second. I thought he was going to give a push against Sanhueza there, and I would not have been happy. But we have escaped. We are currently on a win, and we are up to 10th in the league. Riviera throws it into Ganella, though, onto the edge of the area with Subiara. Subiara plays it back to Riviera. Now Ganella back to Riviera once more. Subiara whips one across field to Daniel. Daniel back to Torres. Torres holds the ball up nicely. Will he cross it? No, it gets blocked. Now on the counter-attack with Guadarez. Yeah, Guadarez. And lovely tackle by Sanhueza. Unfortunately, though, he just gives them the ball straight back. And, well, that was a pathetic goal to concede. He did the hard work, and then he just gives them the ball straight back, and they hoof it over the top and score. Like, makes a nice challenge. Instead of just passing it to Ganella or one of the three midfielders, no. Just hoofs it upfield and, well, gives the ball away. So that is rather disappointing. And we have slipped down to 12th. Of course, though, as he said, a 1 point here could help us a lot. And possibly even secure our place in the league next year. But that is half time, and they've had 6 shots to our 5, 2 on target to our 3, 10 fouls to our 5, 1 yellow card to 2 yellow cards, 37% possession to our 63. So we've done pretty well on the statistics front. Their best performer was Lelanos with that 1 goal and a 7.2. For us, of course, was Lemo with the 1 goal and a 7 rating. Now, struggling to perform was Rodriguez for them. He got a 6.2 and 1 mistake that led to a goal. And on the other side was Sanhueza. He's got a 6.3 and that 1 mistake that also led to a goal. So, Naughty Boys Club for those 2. Jorge thinks we should let the team know we appreciate their efforts. I do indeed. So, you know what? Passionately, we owe them. Let's go out for revenge once more. We are going to keep our revenge team talk going for today's game. I apologise. The coffee is rather building on me. Torres, though, to Riviera. Riviera whips one in, headed away by Rodriguez. It's now on the edge of the area and hoofed up to Parra. Parra ball over to Pavez. Pavez coming down this right-hand side. Our right, their left. Plays back to Guadarez. Guadarez now to Pavez. And Riviera, lovely interception. Can he get it away? He does. He's just gone and done the same thing, though. We need to stop this whole let's just hoof it upfield approach, because it's just giving them the ball back. We do the hard bit, we tackle them, we win the ball, and then we just hoof it straight back to their midfielder, and they just come straight back at us. But this looks like a good time for some substitutes. As you can see, we've got a couple of yellow cards, players struggling. Subiara's actually struggling, so you know what? Subiara, you can go off for Gutierrez. Gutierrez can play on that side. He's not ideal over on the left-hand side, but he shall do. Now, Bezar, you can come on for Sepulveda. I don't want to risk him. Now, I don't want to do double substitution in defense, so we're going to have to risk keeping Sanhueza on. Plus, I don't want to use a power final sub. Knowing my luck, I'll use it, and then we'll get an injury. So we shall just go for the double substitution, and hopefully that shall pan out. Hopefully that just secures our defense up a little bit for the remainder of the game, and we can squeeze out a draw. Perhaps even nick a win. Who knows? We can always hope, ladies and gents. We can always hope. Ajar gets it over to Parra, though. Parra cuts inside. Someone gets tackle in. Never mind. Dybala with the collection from the shot. And we've got 10 minutes remaining of today's game. Can we hold out? 3, 2, 1. And we have 2 minutes of additional time, and it's full time, ladies and gents. We have managed to squeeze out a draw, and hopefully that is enough to stay up. But we have 2 more games in today's episode, so let's get on with things. 11 shots to them, to our 7. 4 on target to our 3. 13 fouls in the end to our 12. So our discipline in that second half, not as good as it was in the previous. 1 yellow card, 4 yellow cards, and well, it hurt us in possession. They got up to 43% to our 57. Now, their best performer was Lelanos with his 7.2 and 1 goal, and Riviera for us with a 7 rating and an 88% passing completion ratio. Now struggling was Villa-Lobos for them with a 6.5 and Subiara with his 6.6 and 0% crossing completion ratio. As you can see, a couple of players for us went and got their 25th league appearance. And well, the player of the match goes to Lalanos with his 7.2 and a goal for them. So congratulations to that gentleman. Jorge thinks should let the team know we appreciate their efforts though. And I do indeed. You know what, passionately, everyone thought we'd get beat. Good job. That might have just secured our place in the league for next year. I'm not quite sure how, but it might have done that. Honours even at Santa Laura. And we have this unspectacular start for me. 12 games in. Yeah. I mean, we're not in the relegation zone. I would have took this at the start of the season. So the fact we are up here and not down in the red is a very good sign. As you can see, La Serena is already relegated. They're on 20 points. They cannot crawl their way out. And now it is a battle between basically Everton up to us. Between us four, who is going to take that final spot? Hopefully it's Everton. And hopefully they lose that particular game. But I'm going to fast forward to our game, which weirdly is also against Huachi Pato. So I will see you fine folks at our home stadium in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, it is time to kick off our second game of today's episode. And lucky for us, this team we are about to face actually did manage to beat Everton in the end. They won that game 3-1, so we are guaranteed survival. But we aren't going to settle for that. No, we are going to fight as far up the table as humanly possible. And, well, our team is pretty much unchanged to do so. We do have Torres. Unfortunately, he got suspended. So we have Gutierrez coming in his place. That means on the bench, we then have another Gutierrez just to make it extra confusing. I believe that's Oscar Gutierrez coming in onto the bench. So, as you can see, they're going for a 4-2-2-2, according to this. And, well, let's go talk to Jorge. So, Jorge thinks we should encourage the team. I don't think they need a whole lot of encouragement. We've stayed up, that's all we need. So, passionately, we owe them revenge! Let's get some revenge while we're in high spirits, ladies and gents. Raul Ramos of the Chilean Football Informer. A devious fellow with great respect for us. Not a really good sign, is it? So, Ganella is on a fairly lengthy run without scoring. Can he break his hoodoo here today? As you can see, he's got 10 goals in 33 games. 6.74. So, he hasn't been doing too bad over the season. He's just having a rough spell recently. I believe he can. He's enthusiastic and determined to succeed. I won't go as far as he's playing well without reward. He's been playing okay, but he's not been playing well. Giving Gutierrez like a match fitness. I think he can last the full match. Hopefully. If not, well, we'll get someone else in, I guess. I don't know if we actually have a backup on the right-hand side. I believe our backups are for the left and mid. So unless someone can actually shift over to that side, I don't see us substituting him. But it's Hernandez bombing it down this right-hand side for us. Can he get a cross in? No, he's just going to stop and give the ball up. But it is won by Sandhuizer, plays it to Sepulveda and Daniel. Daniel, lovely cut inside. Will he shoot? Of course he will. It's Daniel. But it goes wide. And that is the end of that. Castillon now taking the goal kick down to this left-hand side with Cuevas, not the crisps. Cuevas is cutting through our defence like a knife through butter. Lucky for us though, Dybala is there to save it. Been an interesting 5 minutes, very action-packed, and well, we like to see that. We have survived, so let's give the fans something interesting to watch for these remaining couple of games. As you can see, there we go, Everton confirmed relegation as we are the only team playing. They can only get, oh sorry, no, they're not guaranteed relegation. We are just guaranteed not to get relegated. So it's between Everton, Cobb Rizal, and Deportes Iquique, as I like to call them. So it could be Quickie or Cobb Rizal, but Everton is definitely the favourites to be joining La Serena with their 4-point gap at the moment. But it is headed away, and our corner is collected by Hernandez, who plays it back to Becerra. But I'm going to move that because that's really getting on my nerves. Never mind yours. Becerra holds up the ball nicely. Now with Sepulveda, now to Riviera. Riviera holds it up, back to Sepulveda once more. Hernandez, Sepulveda, we're doing nicely at holding possession right now. Bunch of triangles and a ball over the top to Lemo. Get across in, Lemo, to Riviera, edge of the area. Forces a lovely save from the goalkeeper there. That was not a bad effort. He had acres of space, unfortunately, though, couldn't get the goal. Ganella to whip it in, front post. Lemo, though, can't keep the header down, and we are unfortunately still 0-0 here today. But, as you can see, we can actually move up to about 11th place. I can't see us, in fact, no. Like, yes, we can make the gap up, but I don't see us making it up. I don't see us managing to get 37 points and then dropping both games, but who knows? I think 11th is our target in this remaining 2 games, and well, like I said, anything is a positive at this point. We have achieved our goal of survival. It's very much a case of how much can we build upon that. And, well, it's Lemo coming down this left-hand side. Of course, it will leave the club with extra money if we can finish further up the table. So we should probably try and do that. Subiara, though, gets across in. Ganella heads it down. Riviera. Ooh. He should have took a touch. If Riviera took a touch there, he might have got a goal. Lemo, though, with a free kick. Almost half-time. Riviera, come on. Tap in by Ganella. I believe he's onside, which he is. It has not been disallowed. That's his 11th goal of the season, assisted by Riviera. And, well, he isn't going to get many more simple than that. Riviera heads it down. Ganella, in plenty of space, just taps it in at the near post. Goalkeeper had absolutely no chance. And quite frankly, a 5-year-old wouldn't have missed that. So, we go into half-time 1-0 up. We've had 15 shots to their 1, 5 on target to their 1. 3 fouls to their 10, 0 yellow cards to 1 yellow card, 64% possession to their 36. Now, our best performer was Ganella with that 1 goal and a 7.1. For them was Caroca. The virus has not got to us yet. 100% tackle win ratio with a 6.8 for them. Struggling to perform is Daniel with a 6.6 and Ibarra with a 6.4 and a 45% passing completion ratio. So let's get into the dressing room. Jorge thinks we should let the team know we appreciate their efforts, and you know what? I'm going to give the lads some appreciation. Things are going well. I know you're capable of better, lads. I know you can all get 10s. Solid 10 ratings. I don't think I've ever seen a 10 rating, but you can do it. This team can manage it. Every single player on it. Zoch, though, whipping it in near post, and we've gave away a penalty. I could see that from a mile away. Sepulveda gave them a very clear penalty, and it might go 1-1 here. Come on, Dybala. Save it. Oh, come on, Dybala. That man. He's brilliant. Unfortunately for the team next year, though, he's on loan, and I don't think I can afford to buy him. So, it looks like they're going to have to struggle without him. It's definitely been the youngsters I've brought in that has saved this team. As you may or may not be aware, in Chile, you do have to play youngsters a certain proportion of your games. And, well, we brought in 4 solid starters who are under 21s, and thus it made that percentage quite easy to secure. I believe when I came in the club, we was already running at 67%, and we needed 50%. So, when I had 4 starters coming into the team, it basically gave up counting, because that just blew it through the roof. But Daniel, back post, Riviera, tap in, and it is another goal. Manuel Riviera with his 4th goal of the season, assisted by Ariel Daniel. And that is 2 on the board for us. And quite simply, we have taken over this game. Not sure what the goalkeeper was doing there. That was quite a pathetic attempt at a save, if I must say. But it does mean we are up into that 11th place spot. Like I said, we technically can push for 10th and 9th. But I don't see them slipping up. We would require both of these to mess up, them twice, in fact, and yeah, I don't see that happening. Definitely can't get 8th, that is mathematically impossible. But speaking of mathematics, we need to do some substitutions at this time. This is substitution time. And do we have anyone who... No, we don't. So Gutierrez is forced to remain on the pitch for the remainder of today's game. But that doesn't force everyone to stay. So, Lemo I could substitute. Who is the most... Sandblazer's a little tired. Sandblazer, you deserve a rest, my friend. Go, put your feet up. Have a nice, relaxing time in the back. Ganella has got off his duck, so I'm not taking Ganella off. What we will do is... Riviera's been our best performer. I wanted to give Bay... You know what, Sepulveda, you've had a rough one. You gave away that penalty. Didn't come back to bite us. But I'll substitute you off. Give Beza some time. Get some fresh legs on. And hopefully we can just finish this game off quite nicely. 20 minutes to go. And, well, it's hit the top of the goal. Nice block by Daniel, though. And we have a counter-attack coming down our right-hand side. Play it inside. You've got support, my friend. Or just get tripped up. Caraballo gets away with no card. That looked worse than our sending off the other game. But guess this ref isn't as harsh as the one in our matches. But we have 5 minutes remaining in today's game. As Dybala takes the free kick, short to Rodriguez, back to Dybala. That was a bit risky. I don't know why I was doing that. But Zoch now gets it to Pavia. Now it's over to Caraballo, the guy who probably should be off the pitch. But luckily for us, his cross goes straight to Dybala. So, Dybala kicks it down the right-hand side to Daniel. Daniel has plenty of space. Can he get past their left back? He cuts inside, gets past one. Can he get past the second? He has. Can he shoot? Yes, but it's straight out the goalkeeper. And that should be it. It is. That is a comfortable 2-0 victory in the end. Did get a bit ropey when we gave that penalty away, but Dybala did his job and a lovely save it was. We had 24 shots in the end to their 6, 7 on target to their 3, 7 fouls to 25 fouls, 0 to 1 yellow card. 60% possession to their 40. Riviera, of course, was our best performer. He got an 8.6 and 1 goal. For them was Hidalgo, with a 6.8 and no reason for it. Struggling to perform was Beza for us. He got 6.7 in the end. Didn't really struggle, he just didn't have a whole lot of opportunity to do anything. Ibarra for them was definitely struggling though. He got 6.3 and no reason for it. Now, as you can see, there is quite a few milestones. Again, I shall scroll through that as normal, just so you can pause it if you wish to have a look. But Manuel Riviera, of course, the player of the match today. And that is today's game. So, Jorge thinks we should let the team know we appreciate their efforts. Passionately. Very nice win. Well done, lads. Good job. Now we can get on with our third game. Now, the question is, how far can we slip? Not very. We can go as far as... these haven't played. So we can slip quite a bit. We can probably slip all the way down to 14th. I don't see it happening. With us being on 34 points, we're probably going to be somewhere between like 13th and 10th. Is my best sort of guess of where we shall land. But, yeah. Enough rambling, enough trying to do the maths in my head. We'll see where those teams are when we get to our final game of the season, which is, of course, at home against Universidad Catalunya, who is currently 9th in the league. So if they slip up in the other game, we win ours, and Huachipato, who we just beat, slips up in their final game, maybe we will get that 9th place spot. But I will see you at our stadium for the final game of today's episode, the final game here at Puerto Montt, before we head back to Europe. But I will see you in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, it is time for the third and final game of today's episode, and as you can see, we are at full strength. So there is no need to introduce the guys. Let's get straight on into the dressing room and see what Jorge has to say. And, well, Mr. Jorge thinks we should challenge the team to pick up where they left off. And I think that's a pretty reasonable idea. Unfortunately, though, I would like... passionately. Let's give the fans something home to go home smiling about. There we go. We want to make the fans smile. So let's make the fans smile. So, Diego Lobos of the Puerto Montt Football Messenger, an enthusiastic fellow who is very indifferent about us. Ribaledo has reigned supreme at the back. Well, lads have looked sharp in training. How much of a boost is Valencia's absence? Well, it's okay, but they've got suitable replacements, so I'm not going to be too optimistic about that one. As you can see, we have dropped to 12th place, unfortunately, and this is before everyone else plays, so we're going to have to wait a little bit after to see how the other results or where we finish up. But Sepulveda plays it back to Subiara. Subiara holding up possession nicely, plays it back to Becerra. Becerra now to Torres in the centre circle. And, well, we're going the wrong way because we are playing it all the way back to Dybala. Dybala is just going to walk upfield. Is he planning on shooting himself? Who knows? Becerra back to Dybala, though. Dybala plays it up to Hernandez. Riviera holding up the possession very nicely. Unfortunately, we have allowed them to reposition, and they should be ready for an attack. Subiara, though, to Sepulveda. Hernandez now with Riviera. Nice ball over to Lemo. Can he get a cross in, or will he go alone? Oh, he's got past one, and it's Ganella. Lovely play. He beat his man, got it to Ganella, who slots it away nicely for his 12th goal of the season. Of course, assisted by Ignacio Lemo. And that was a nice little start. Less than 10 minutes into the game, and we are 1-0 up, folks. Maybe we can get that 9th place spot after all. Of course, we need to win this game and have 2 games go in our favour in terms of the Universidad Decepcion and the other game. In fact, no, we can't get 9th place. Look at that. We're going to have to hammer them if we're going to steal 9th place. But we can try and play for 10th and hope these two don't manage to win. In fact, it'd be nice if these two could draw if they're playing each other. That would be the ideal result. I don't know who they're actually playing in their games, but if they're playing each other, a draw in that match would be perfect. We could steal that 10th place spot, and that would be a lovely finish at the end of the season. But Hernandez gets it to Daniel. Daniel now over to the right-hand side. Parrott intercepts it though, and Fernandez. Fernandez plays it to Carino. Carino, nice ball over to Salas. Salas now on this wing, whips it in, but Subiara tries to head it away. Luckily for him, Mendez's shot was awful. Just as awful as his header clear, because it went straight to them. But we are half an hour into the game, and it looks like we are cruising to a 1-0 lead into half-time. We haven't got anything going on right now, and it seems to be rather quiet. Yes, we just went straight into half-time with no more highlights. So it is 1-0 in this game. We have had 5 shots, they've had 6. 2 on target to their 1, so we've both been very useless even in front of goal. 7 fouls to their 4, 1 yellow card to 1 yellow card, 59% possession to 41. We need to cut down on those fouls. We don't like it when we are ahead in that category. Best performers, of course, has been Ganella. He's got a 1 goal and a 7.1. For them is Vargas, the goalkeeper, 6.8 and no reason for it. Struggling to perform, however, is Ariel Daniel with a 6.5 and no reason for it. And Nunes for them with a 6.4 and that awful shot we saw near the end of the first half. So, Jorge Gomez thinks we should try and encourage the team. You know what? Passionately, you've played well, but there's room for improvement. We can do better than this. I believe in all of you. You can all achieve your dreams if you just focus. But can we get a highlight? That is the question. We are almost at substitution time and we've not had a highlight in this second half. In fact, we are at substitution time and we've not had a highlight in this second half. So Ariel Daniel and Lemo are having rough games. So you know what? Gonzalez, get on that wing. You're a winger, of course, so you go on support. We then take Lopez, put him on for Lemo, and that is our substitutions. We're going to bring on 2 wingers who will hopefully come in, be a bit creative, and get us another goal. So, let's see that other goal, lads. Come on. Hernandez, get it away. Don't head it. Dybala saved us in the end. Not sure what Hernandez's plan was there. He headed it like he was trying to give them a corner, which would have been perfectly fine. It meant not giving the ball away, but instead he gave the ball away, and, well, they had a better opportunity. Mendez, though, plays it out wide to Rebolledo. Nice tackle by Subiara, though. Can we get the ball back? No, Mendes gets back to it. Munoz now tries the ball over the top. It's headed away, but only as far as Rebelido. Rebelido gets it to Carreno. Now with Lobos. Lobos crossfield ball to Fernandez. Fernandez trying to cross it in, whips one in, but the header is over the bar. Again, we have escaped. And the lad's looking composed. We've won it back as well. Gonzalez gets it to Hernandez, and it's with Ganella. Ganella, lovely through ball to Sepulveda. Sepulveda, can he get a shot away? He does, but it's blocked. And we have a corner. Ganella, of course, stepping up to take this one, I believe. It is. Will he go far post or the front? He has gone with the front. Unfortunately, the Parrot has headed it away. Lobos should be able to beat Lopez even should be able to beat Lobos, but it doesn't matter because the highlight ended. So we'll never know who won that race. Hernandez, though, with a free kick, whips it in back post, and it's slotted away. Sanhueza, of all people. Pablo Sanhueza with his second goal of the season, assisted by Oscar Hernandez. And what a lovely time to get it. He's gone and put us further in the lead. Goalkeeper went the complete wrong way, and that was an awful attempt at a save. But we shall take it. And that is it, ladies and gents. We have won our final game of the season. We are currently 10th in the league, and we shall see if we remain there after the other games come in. But 2-0 here today. We've had 13 shots. They've had 12. 5 on target apiece. 10 fouls apiece. Also, 1 yellow card apiece, and 57% to 43% on possession. Now, the best performers were Oscar Hernandez. He got an 8.1 and a 92 passes completed. For them was Carreno. He got 6.9 and 91% passes completion ratio. Now, struggling was Ariel Daniel with a 6.5 and no reason for it. And Vicente Fernandez with a 6.4 and also no reason for it. Couple of milestones. I'll go through them this time since it's the final game of the season and we don't have a lot. There's Alexi Torres made his 25th career appearance. Pablo Sanhueza scored his first career league goal for Deportes Puerto Montt. So, player of the match goes to Oscar Hernandez for that lovely performance. And Jorge thinks we should let the team know that you appreciate their efforts. So, passionately, I'm very pleased. This is the last time I'm going to ever speak to any of you, so I'm going to be very passionately nice to you. So there we go. We are currently lying in 10th, as I said. Now, there is a few teams that can catch up to us. So we need... In fact, there's 2 teams. There's loads, yes. All loads. They aren't playing each other, so we need Quickie to do us a favour. And Concepcion is at home to Anto. Now, Anto's up in 6th. Quickie, I don't see winning their game, though. Quickie is probably going to throw their game away. So I see them probably jumping up to 10th. Us drop into 11th and them probably drop into 12th. Is my best guess, but we shall find out. Let's see if I'm right on those guesses as we see the results come in. Sometime today. Perhaps. The first one is in, and I was right. Quickie went and lost their game. So that has dropped us now to 11th, as you can see there, and I completely messed that up. So now we're waiting on this one game. Will we be 11th or will we be 12th? Anything but a win for them will keep us in 11th spot. If they manage to pick up a victory, then we are screwed. Colo Colo piling on the misery as they actually managed to do the double. They won the league and cup. So congratulations to Colo Colo for that wonderful performance. But what we want to know is, are we 11th or 12th? Doesn't mean a whole lot, to be honest, but it is nice to know. And as you can see, we did finish 11th, so I guess they lost their game. Let's have a little look at how that result went. There we go. Lost 4-2 in the end. And wow, there's some early goals. 3rd minute, 5th minute. They went 2-1 up, in fact, and then went and threw it away. 2 late goals there went and saved us in the end. But that is it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. In fact, before we sign out, let's just see what sort of difference that actually makes for the team. So, financially, that must have made a bit of a dent, surely. I'm not sure. I thought this. I'm having. I don't know. I don't know. It's not that important. We don't really care too much about the financial implications of it. All I know is we've made a lovely profit whilst we've been at this club. They're 18 grand under their wage bill, and they're going to be even further when we have all these loan players going back. But that is it for us here at Puerto Montt. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you when we get our new club, when we head back to Europe. But thank you all for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed and have a good night. Goodbye.